Now here is the next numerical. Prestressed post tension concrete beam for flange 500 by 150 mm having web 125 by 600 mm and bottom flange of dimension 280 by 250 mm is simply supported over effective span of 16 meters. Beam is prestressed with 5 numbers of 12 by 5 parabolic cable with CG of 100 mm from the bottom. Here CG at 100 mm bottom, nothing but it is given so as to calculate the eccentricity at the mid span. Cables are stressed one at a time from both the ends. This point should be kept in mind. Cables are stressed one at a time from both the ends. Calculate total loss of pre-stress at the age of 100 days. Also note that age of concrete here is given as 100 days. If initial pre-stress is 1030 MPa, coefficient of friction is mu equal to 0.28 and coefficient due to length effect is K is equal to 0.0026 per meter. Consider slip of anchorage is equal to 1.5 mm, creep coefficient 5 is equal to 2.0, ES that is Young's modulus of steel as 2 into 10 raised to 5 MPa and FCK is equal to M40. Relaxation of steel that is to be considered is 2% of the initial pre-stress. Now keep in mind it is given that beam is post tensioned. So depending upon this we are supposed to calculate the losses. In previous numerical beam was pre-tensioned and hence only 4 losses were to be determined. Such will be not the case in this numerical. Now let us move towards the solution. Now it is given that it is post tension concrete beam having top flange of dimension 500 by 150 mm, bottom flange of dimension 250 mm depth and 280 mm wide and web having dimension 125 mm thick and 600 mm deep. And cable is placed at an eccentricity of, or say at a distance of 100 mm from soffit. Now here we are supposed to calculate YB and YT. And then we are also supposed to calculate eccentricity E, that is nothing but YB minus 100. This YB minus distance of cable from the soffit, that is nothing but 100 mm. Now as section here is asymmetric, top and bottom fiber extreme stresses will be different here. Hence we will be starting with determination of YB and YT. Given that sigma I initial pre-stress is 1030 MPa. Now we will calculate YB, it is nothing but A1x1 plus A2x2 plus A3x3 divided by A1 plus A2 plus A3. Now this simplification or this formulation we have seen in the previous numericals under pre-stress concrete analysis. You can go through it. A1 is nothing but area of this section 1, A2 is nothing but second component, A3 is nothing but third component, top flange. Substituting all the values of respective components or flanges or waves, we will be calculating YB and result we will be getting will be YB is equal to 542.61 mm. Hence we can calculate E is equal to YB minus 100, that is 542.61 minus 100, that is nothing but 442.61 mm. This is nothing but eccentricity E from the neutral axis up to the CG of cable, that is 442.61 mm. Now first we will calculate loss due to friction, and loss due to friction can be calculated by formula sigma I into mu into alpha plus K into X. Initial pre-stress in bracket mu alpha plus K into X. This is due to curvature effect, this is due to length effect. Mu here given is 0.28, sigma I initial pre-stress given is 1030 MPa. Now in question it was mentioned that cable profile is parabolic. Hence we are supposed to determine alpha. Now for parabolic profile, formula is 4h divided by L square x into bracket L minus x. This is the equation. Hence dy by dx is equal to 4h by L square L minus 2x. By taking the derivative of this slope equation with respect to x, and here substitute h, this h as eccentricity E. Now when at x equal to 0, slope will be dy by dx is equal to 4h by L square into L. Substituting the value of x 0 means at the start of the section. Therefore slope, that is theta, will be 4 into 442.61 divided by this L will get cancelled. 16 into 10 raised to 3 mm. 16 meter length of the beam is given. Hence we are converting it into mm. Now this will be the slope at x equal to 0, and on calculation we will get it as 0.110 radian. 0.110 radian. Now we are calculating this slope at this condition. If this is the parabolic nature of the cable, if we draw tangent at both the ends, this is the theta. Hence the slope we have calculated is nothing but theta, and we are supposed to calculate this alpha here. This is the beam. This is parabolic nature or profile of the cable. These are the tangent drawn at the support. This theta slope we have calculated here. It is 0.110 radian. And at x equal to L by 2, put this in equation of slope dy by dx is equal to 4h by L. X equal to L by 2, we will get slope, that is theta, equal to 0. Now it is obvious that if this is the parabolic profile, we are drawing tangent here at and this is the angle subtended alpha, this is the theta slope subtended with respect to horizontal. It is obvious slope here at the extreme point of this parabolic curve will be 0. Hence dy by dx theta there will be 0. Now since cables are stressed one at a time. In question it was given that cables are stressed one at a time. We have seen the underlined sentence there into the question, cables are stressed one at a time. Hence alpha will be 2 theta, that is 2 into alpha will be 2 theta, 2 into 0.11. Therefore alpha is equal to 0.22. Now loss due to friction can be calculated as mu into alpha plus k into x into sigma I. Now substituting all the values, given that mu is equal to 0.28, alpha 0.11 plus k into x, k was given as 0.0026, x is nothing but length of the cable in meters into sigma I 1030 MPa. Now keep in mind, as cables are stressed one at a time from both ends. It was mentioned into the question that cables are stressed one at a time from both the ends simultaneously. Hence substitute the value of alpha as theta itself, that we have calculated previously 0.11. And then calculation will get loss due to friction as 74.57 Newton per mm square. This point is to be kept in mind. As cables are stretched one at a time from both the ends, substitute value of alpha as theta itself, and remaining values were given. Substitute into the formula, you will get loss due to friction, and it is 74.57 Newton per mm square. Second, loss due to anchorage, and it can be calculated as formula delta A by L into ES. Delta A was given as 1.5, it was given in question. L is nothing but length of cable in mm into ES, that is nothing but 2 into 10 raised to 5 MPa. Hence, loss due to anchorage will be 18.75 Newton per mm square. Third loss that is to be calculated is loss due to shrinkage of concrete, and it can be calculated by formula shrinkage strain into ES. Now, as it is post tension beam, given that since post tension beam, loss due to shrinkage of concrete, formula will change, and formula will be shrinkage strain 0.0002 divided by log to the base 10 in bracket T plus 2 into ES. Here this T is nothing but age of the concrete, and it is given as 100 days. Substituting all the values, 0.0002 divided by log to the base 10, 100 plus 2 into ES, 2 into 10 raised to 5, will get loss due to shrinkage of concrete, and on calculation value comes 19.91 Newton per mm square. This is nothing but loss due to shrinkage of concrete. Next, we will be calculating loss due to creep of concrete, that is M into phi into Fc. Now, M is nothing but ES by EC into phi into Fc. ES is given as 2 into 10 raised to 5 Newton per mm square. EC is nothing but 5000 under root FCK into phi into Fc. Hence, on simplifying this, is equal to 2 into 10 raised to 5 divided by 5000 under root FCK. Grade of concrete was given as M40 into phi into Fc. Therefore, we can write M phi Fc is equal to 6.32 phi Fc, that is loss due to creep of concrete. Now, these terms are yet to be determined. Therefore, we can calculate Fc is equal to P by A plus P into E by Z minus mg by Z. Now, this formula you might be knowing, which is to be calculated, where Fc is nothing but stress in the concrete at the level of cable. Fc is stress in concrete at level of cable, and at initial stage or primary stage, stress formula is P by A plus P into E by Z minus mg by Z. This stress diagram you might be remembering. This is during pre-stressing, this is due to dead load, and hence we are supposed to determine the final stress diagram at initial stage. Here top fibers will be in tension, bottom fiber in compression. Here top fiber in compression, bottom fiber in tension. That is mg by Z, mg by Z, PE by Z, PE by Z, and this is nothing but P by A and P by A. This stress diagram you might be remembering. For revision, you can go through the first video of this topic. Now, substitute Fc is equal to P by A plus P into E by Z. Now, Z is nothing but I by Y from bending formula, and mg by I by Y. Now, here Y is nothing but E, that is eccentricity E. Therefore, substitute Fc is equal to P by A plus P into E square divided by I, mg into E by I. Since y is equal to E. Now we have substituted y is equal to E in this formula, which Fc is equal to P by A plus P into E I by Y plus minus mg by I by Y. Put here E instead of Y. After substituting y is equal to E, we will get this equation. On simplifying further, we will get P by A plus P into E square minus mg into E divided by I. Now, Pi is initial pre-stressing force, that is nothing but stress into area. Since stress is equal to force per area, on simplifying this, we will get Pi is equal to sigma I into A, that is 1030 into area of cables. 5 cables, 5 wires, since it was given that 5 tendons of 12/5 were placed. 12/5 means 12 wires of 5 mm 5. 12 wires of 5 mm 5. Now such how much strands or cables were placed? 5 numbers. Hence 5 numbers of 12/5. 12 are number of wires in each cable. Pi by 4 into diameter of cable is 5 mm, and such 5 cables were placed. Total we will get initial pre-stressing force of 1210 kilonewton. Now as section is asymmetric, we are supposed to calculate moment of inertia for each component, that is bottom flange, top flange and wave separately, that is IXS1, IXS2, IXS3. Addition of that will give you total moment of inertia. And this can be calculated by formula BD cube by 12 plus A1 h square BD cube by 12 plus A2 h square BD cube by 12 plus A3 h3 square. This will be for the bottom flange wave, and this will be for the top flange. Now we will calculate H1 is equal to YB minus 250 by 2, that is YB minus Y1. H2 will be YB minus Y2. H3 will be YB minus Y3. Now this simplification you can go through previous numericals of the previous videos. Here we will move directly. And total area A will be A1 plus A2 plus A3, that is area of the bottom flange, area of the wave and area of the top flange. And total on calculation we get it as 2.6 into 10 raised to 10 mm square. Total on calculation we get it as 220 into 10 raised to 3 mm square. And substituting all the values of H1, H2, H3, BD cube by 12 of all sections components, that is bottom flange, middle flange and top flange, we can calculate IXS is equal to IXS1, IXS2, IXS3. And value comes on substitution of all these as 2.6 into 10 raised to 10 mm raised to 4. Here we have seen that how we have calculated IXS1 BD cube by 12 plus A1 h square. For each component we are supposed to calculate H1, H2, H3. Substitute the values, you will get the resultant IXS of entire section. And resultant IXS is 2.6 into 10 raised to 10 mm raised to 4. Now we are supposed to calculate dead load intensity WG. That is nothing but area into gamma C, that is unit weight of concrete. Now area we have calculated as 220 into 10 raised to 3 mm square. Area we have calculated as 220 to 10 raised to 3 mm square. Now as unit weight of concrete is 25 kilonewton per meter cube, substitute area in meter square, that will be 220 into 10 raised to 3 mm square, and convert it into meter square, that is into 10 raised to minus 6. we'll get dead load intensity as 5.5 kilonewton meter. This is nothing but unit conversion from mm square to meter square. Therefore, moment due to dead load mg will be wg L square by 8. Wg we have calculated as 5.5. Length of the beam is 16 meter divided by 8. We will get dead load moment as 176 kilonewton meter. 176 kilonewton meter. Therefore, substitute all this value in the equation of Fc that we have simplified earlier. That is, Fc is equal to P by A plus P into E square minus mg into E divided by I. Substituting all this value, we will get Fc is equal to P into E square, that is 442.61 square, minus mg 176 into 10 raised to 6 Newton mm conversion of unit into E 442.61 divided by I that we have calculated as 2.6 into 10 raised to 10 mm raised to 4. Hence, on calculation of these, we will get Fc as 11.62 MPa. This is nothing but value of the stress at level of cable. Value of stress at level of cable. Hence, loss due to creep of concrete is M5FC. Putting all the values, M we have calculated modular ratio as 6.64, 5 it is given as 2, and Fc is given as or calculated as 11.62. Total loss due to creep of concrete will be 146.7 MPa. Loss due to creep of concrete is M5FC. Substituting all the values as per previous calculations, we will get 146.7 MPa. Next, loss due to relaxation of steel, that is given as 2% of initial pre-stress. In question it was mentioned that consider loss due to relaxation of steel as 2% of initial pre-stress. 2 by 100 into initial pre-stress 1030, hence loss due to relaxation will be 20.60 MPa. Loss due to relaxation of steel will be 20.60 MPa. And last loss that is to be calculated is loss due to elastic shortening of concrete, and formula for that is M into Fc. Now take a note that, or keep in mind, in question it was mentioned that all cables were stressed sequentially, that is 1 by 1. And in the theory lecture, that is previous lecture in concept of losses, we have seen that in loss due to elastic shortening of concrete, in notes we have seen that if cables are stressed 1 by 1, there will be maximum loss in the first cable. Hence, so as to calculate loss due to elastic shortening of the concrete, cables were stressed 1 by 1 as it is given, we are supposed to draw one table, and the table will be in this format. And the cable will be in this format: loss in the cable, loss in cable 1, loss in cable 2, loss in cable 3, cable 4, cable 5. Such table we are supposed to draw. When cable 1 is tension, cable 2 is tension, cable 3 is tension, cable 4 is tension, cable 5 is tension, and at last total loss into the cable. Now as it was given that cables are tensioned sequentially 1 by 1, means at a time only one cable is tensioned. After tensioning of the first cable is over, second cable was tensioned, after second third, after third fourth, after fourth fifth. Now let us calculate the loss due to elastic shortening of concrete, and formula is M into Fc. MFC. Now when cable 1 is tensioned, there will be no losses in all the cables. Second, it is said that cables were tensioned sequentially, and when cable second was tensioned, losses in the first cable will occur, and we will calculate as M into FC. M is modular ratio ES by EC. FC we have calculated 11.62 MPa. Substituting we will get cable 2 loss in the cable 1 due to tension in cable 2. When cable 3rd was tensioned, losses in the first and second cable will take place. When cable 3rd was tensioned, losses in first and second cable will take place. Formula for calculation of stresses will be same everywhere. When cable 4th was stressed, losses in first, second and third cable will take place. And when cable 5 was tensioned, losses in first 4 cables will take place, and loss we are supposed to calculate using formula M into FC. When cable 1 was tensioned, there are no losses. When cable 2nd is tensioned, loss in first cable. When cable 3 is tensioned, loss in first and second cable. When cable 4 is tensioned, loss in first, second, third cable. And when cable 5th is tensioned, loss in first, second, third, fourth cable. Now here we are writing the total loss occurred in the cable. That is loss in cable 2, 3, 4, 5. It is 295. Total of these 3 losses, that is loss in cable 3, 4, 5 will be this one. Similarly, totals we are writing here, and here at the end when all cables were stressed, this is the addition of total loss. That is when cable 5th was tensioned, losses have occurred in the first 4 cables. Hence here this summation will come 0 as there are no losses in cable number 5. Total loss occurred is 738 Newton per mm square. 738 Newton per mm square is nothing but addition of this all losses, first, second, third, fourth, fifth losses. And we are supposed to calculate the average loss due to elastic shortening of concrete, and it is nothing but addition of all these divided by 5. It is nothing but 147.62 MPa. Average loss due to elastic shortening of concrete will be average of all these losses. Now we are supposed to calculate total loss, that is loss due to all types of losses. Loss due to friction, loss due to elastic shortening of concrete, loss due to relaxation of steel, loss due to creep, loss due to anchorage. All 6 losses addition is to be done, and addition comes up to 428.88 MPa, that is or Newton per mm square. This is the total loss that have occurred in this post tension beam. Now supposed to calculate percentage loss, that is total loss divided by initial pre-stress into 100. Now we are supposed to calculate percentage loss in the member with respect to initial pre-stress, and total loss is 428 MPa, 428.88 MPa. Initial pre-stress given is 1030 MPa into 100. Hence on calculation we get 41.64% of loss in this post tension member. In this PSC post tension member. In this way we are supposed to calculate the losses. And I would like to clear that in the same numerical, during calculation of the loss due to friction, here you are supposed to take x, that is length of cable, as 16 by 2. Put here value of x, that is length of the cable, as 16 divided by 2, because here cables are stressed from both the end. Cables are stressed from both the ends, and substitute x is equal to L by 2, and you will be getting value 74.57 Newton per mm square. Please note that when cables are stressed one at a time from both the ends, substitute x is equal to L by 2. Now take this numerical as a homework. You can go to these. A post tension pre-stressed concrete beam section has top flange 430 by 160 mm, web of 125 500 mm, bottom flange 360 by 240 mm, is simply supported over span of 17 meter. Beam is pre-stressed with 3 numbers of 12/7 Fressinet cables, means 7 mm 5 cable. 7 mm is the diameter of wire. Such 12 wires in single and such 3 cables are placed of FY 1500 MPa. Parabolic cables are stressed up to 0.6 FY with their CG at 100 mm from bottom fiber. Stress one at a time from both the ends. Keep in mind, cables are stressed one at a time from both the ends. Calculate total loss of pre-stress at the age of 100 days. Age is mentioned. Take mu, it is coefficient of friction, as 0.28, K as 0.0026 per meter, slip of anchorage as 1.5 mm, creep coefficient as 1.8, ES is equal to 2 into 10 raised to 5 MPa, and grade of concrete as M40. Creep of relaxation of steel is 2% of sigma I. Now these are the given condition and you are supposed to solve this numerical. Any queries you can mention in the comment box or go through the notes, and link for the notes is mentioned in the description box. Also note here that it is given that cables are stressed up to 0.6 Fy. 0.6 Fy is nothing but final pre-stressing force. Now initial pre-stressing force here is, or value of, or cable is of grade Fy 1500 MPa. Hence calculate sigma I, that is initial pre-stressing force, as 0.6 into Fy. Means up to this pre-stressing force cables were stressed, that is nothing but 0.6 into Fy, that is 0.6 into 1500 will give 900 MPa, that is nothing but initial pre-stressing stress value. Also take this second numerical as homework. Question is mentioned here. Now difference is that conditions are given if beam is pre-tension, if beam is post-tension. Now for both the cases, if this beam is pre-tension, you are supposed to calculate only 4 losses, and if beam is post-tension, you are supposed to calculate all the 6 losses. If it is pre-tension, friction loss and loss due to anchorage will vanish. Use all these given conditions and try to solve the numericals. If any queries, you can ask in the comment box or go through the notes, and link for the notes is given in the description box. In this way, we have covered the numericals on concept of losses. Do comment in the comment box for any suggestions or queries. Thank you very much.